everyone, my name is Minuna Oksa Perstikasari, can be called Ocha, with name 211324025 from the Economic Education Study Program. Here I will discuss the socio-economics and cultural impacts of globalization. Let's watch the video, enjoy watching. Previously, was it true that BPJS employment could guarantee the economic life of the community? BPJS employment since the end of 2019 officially used the code name BPJS Sostek is a public legal entity directly responsible to the President of the Republic of Indonesia, which protects for workers to overcome certain socio-economic risks due to work relationship. Now, I would like to give the reason why this topic is worth to listen is to invite listeners to follow the step to create a BPJS for employment because it has many benefits, including the very important benefits of BPJS for employment, namely work accident insurance. Work accident insurance also provides compensation for death due to work accident for the participant family. The guarantee profits is 48 times that the wages reported by the company or participant. Thesis statement what is took is even though the procedure for making BPJS is quite difficult. Everyone must have a BPJS for guarantee, especially in the economic field for the future. The reason why I choose this topic, first, because many people are still confused about making the BPJS employment. Too many people still do not understand and care about the BPJS employment. There are 3 points that will be examined in the discussion session. First, definition of BPJS employment and its relation to socio-economic security. Second, procedure or how to make the BPJS employment. And the last, the benefits and importance of the employment BPJS that everyone must have. Okay, then let's discuss more BPJS employment. First, understanding BPJS in general. BPJS is a social security administering body which is a public legal entity that is directly responsible to the President and has the task of administering national health insurance for all Indonesian people, especially for civil servants pensioners, TNI or Polri, veterans, pioneers of independence, and their families and business entities, others are ordinary people. Second, definition of BPJS employment. BPJS employment is a transformation of PT Jamso Stek Persero. Its task is to protect Indonesia workers, both those who work informally and non-formally. Third, history of the establishment of BPJS employment. There are 4 periods, namely A. Starting from the era of President Sukarno. The existence of BPJS employment began with the establishment of PT Jamso Stek Persero as a state-owned enterprise BUMN. The road is quite long, starting from 1947 under the leadership of President Sukarno. The government established laws and work accident. The government at that time also established the Social Security Fund Foundation and began enacting Law Number 14 of 1969 concerning the principle of manpower. The legal basis is what that transparency process of social insurance for workers. The aspect or labor social insurance format. The legal basic for labor social insurance continues to grow. In 1967, the government under President Suharto released Government Regulation No. 33 of 1967 concerning the implementation of the Worker Social Insurance Program. The government requires all employers of private entrepreneurs and sought to participate in this program. The government then also issued Government Regulation No. 34 of 1967 concerning the establishment of the labor social insurance organizer, namely Perum Labor Social Insurance. The Jamsostek was established. After Perum Labor Social Insurance had been operating for a long time, in 1992, the government passed Law No. 3 of 1992 concerning workers' social security, or Jamsostek. Jamsostek is also responsible for providing basic protection for workers and their families. This is done by ensuring a stream of income serves as a substitute for lost income due to social risks. The Jamsostek changed to BPJS employment. In 2004, the government and parliament agreed on an amendment to the 1945 Constitution, which changed Article 34, Paragraph 2 to the state shall develop a social security system for all the people and empower the weak and underprivileged following human dignity. In the same years, the government also issued Law No. 40 of 2004 on national social security. Then in 2011, Law No. 24 of 2011 concerning the social security administering body was issued. This regulation became the basic for the transformation of PT Jamsostek into a public legal entity. PT Jamsostek Persero officials changed to BPJS employment. If Jamsostek is a BUMN, then BPJS employment is a public legal entity. This is directly responsible to the President. List of BPJS employment regulation. Law No. 40 of 2004 concerning the National Social Security System. Law No. 24 of 2011 concerning the National Social Security Administering Body. Government Regulation No. 46 of 2015 concerning the implementation of the All Age Security Program. Attachment to Government Regulation No. 46 of 2015 concerning the implementation of the All Age Security Program. Government Regulation No. 45 of 2015 concerning the implementation of the Pension Guarantee Program. Government Regulation of the Republic of Indonesia No. 44 of 2015 concerning the implementation of the Work Accident Insurance and Death Benefit Program. After we know about the full employment BPJS, then we will discuss the ways or step in making the employment BPJS. And for making BPJS employment, 1. Original document or photocopy of retribution license. 2. Original document or photocopy of company NPWP. 3. Original document or photocopy of identity card. 4. Original or photocopy of the family card. 5. Original or photocopy of family card. 6. Employee color photograph with size 2x3 1 set. How to apply for BPJS employment offline? 1. Go directly to the nearest BPJS office. 2. Fill out the form for company registration. 3. Fill out the form for worker registration. 4. Find the first contribution according to the amount that has been calculated and determined by BPJS employment. How to register for BPJS employment online? 1. Open the web bpjsemployment.go.id in your HP or PC browser. 2. Then click the Enroll Me option. 3. Choose one of the available options. 4. After that, fill in all the required data correctly and clearly. 5. Wait for the email notification and follow the next BPJS employment registration methods. And finally, after all the requirements are complete and there is an email regarding registration information, you can bring the recruitment to the nearest BPJS employment office. Finally, after all the recruitments are complete and there is an email regarding registration information, you can bring the recruitments to the nearest BPJS employment office. In addition to BPJS employment registration, which can be done online, membership status checks can also be done online. The method is as follows. 1. Go to the BPJS employment.go.id page, fill in the NIK you're registered. 2. Fill in the full name according to the NIK. 3. Fill in the date of birth. 4. Put a check mark. 5. Finally, click continue and information about your membership status in the program will appear. This service is known as service without special contacts. This service is an innovation by using an online system. Terms of disbursement of BPJS employment online auto using an online system to make the Social Security disbursement. You have several conditions that must be met. Some of these conditions include: 1. BPJS employment participant card. 2. Electronic ID card saving book. 3. Family card. 4. Patient self-portrait from you. 5. Application form. 6. GHT, which can be downloaded at bpjsemployment.go.id. 7. Certificate of the condition of BPJS employment participant. 8. If you resign or are laid off, you can use a certificate of cessation of work experience letter, work agreement letter, or institutional relation court determinant letter. 9. If the applicant is a retiree, then he or she can use a pension certificate. And last, 10. NPWP. How to disburse BPJS employment online after all the conditions are met? You can follow the disbursement steps as follows. 1. Visit the website bpjsemployment.go.id. 2. Then fill in personal data such as next full name and BPJS employment participant number. 3. In the next step, the system will verify that data. 4. After successful verification, you will be asked to complete the data according to the instruction on the page. 5. Upload documents according to the requirements requested. 6. If all steps are successful, you will get a notification containing of information on the disbursement schedule and branch office then can be visited. 7. Prepare a original files. 8. You will be contacted via video call to attend the interview according to the schedule that has been previously informed. 9. After everything is done, the money from the disbursement will go to the account that you have attached. Those are some services from BPJS employment that can be accessed online, starting from the BPJS employment list to the disbursement of the Social Security funds. To be able to use the online service, make sure you have met all the requirements that have been determined. After knowing the requirements, how to make and how to disburse the BPJS employment online or offline. Next, we will discuss the benefits and importance of making the BPJS for employment for economic security that must be owned by everyone, especially people who are already working. Before, we have to know the function, duties, and authorities of BPJS employment. Function: organizing work accident insurance, death insurance, pension insurance, and all age insurance programs. Incident insurance: the function of work accident insurance is equally important because it can guarantee participants receive compensation due to work accident. According to DGSN, work accidents are accidents that occur due to work relationship, including disease, the arrest as a result of doing work. In addition, accidents that occur on the way from home to work and vice versa can also be referred to as work accidents. Several benefits can be obtained with this program. For example, unlimited treatment, compensation for weeks while not working, to compensation for death due to work accident, for contribution that must be paid while participant in this program is worth 0.24% to 1.64% of the total weeks reported by the company. Insurance: death insurance. The purpose of this function is to provide death compensation paid to the heirs of the participant who dies. However, it must the ensured that the participant who dies is not due to a work accident. Contribution to be paid for this program for participants who receive weeks are 0.3% of the total salary. Meanwhile, for participants who do not receive weeks, the contribution is 6,800 rupiah. BPJS employment also has a pension guarantee function. This function aims to maintain the participant eligibility for life due to reduced income when entering retirement age or due to permanent total disability. The benefits obtained are in the form of monthly cash for participants when entering retirement age until that's 15 years or 180 months. The contribution to be paid is 3% the total report salary. The details are 2% bonus by the company and 1% bonus by the workers. All age security. The all age security function aims to guarantee participants to receive cash if they enter retirement, experience permanent total disability or D. The form of GHT itself is in the form of cash in the amount of the accumulated contribution value along with the ratio of its development paid at once when the participant reaches the age of 56 years this and has a total disability. The contribution to be paid for the GHT program for BPJS employment is 5.7% of the total salary. The details are 3.7%. The cost is borne by the company and 2% borne by the workers themselves. Next, BPJS employment. 1. Conducts and accepts participant registration. 2. Collecting contributions that have been paid by participants and employers. 3. Get contribution assistance from the government. 4. Managing social security funds for the benefit or participant. 5. Collect and manage all data from social security program participant. 6. Pay for health service following the provisions of the social security program. 7. Provide information about the implementation of the Social Security program to participants and the public. Before proceeding to benefits, we must also know what the authority of BPJS employment is. First, collect payment of dues. 2. Placing Social Security funds for short-term and long-term investment by considering aspects of liquidity, solvency, prudency, security of funds, and adequate returns. 3. Supervise and examine the compliance debt application following the provisions of the National Social Security legislation. 4. Make an agreement with health facilities regarding the amount of payment for health facilities that refers the standard tariff set by the government. 5. Make or terminate employment contracts with health facilities. 6. Imposing on employers who do not fulfill their obligation. 7. Report the employers to the competent authority regarding its non-compliance in paying contribution or in fulfilling other obligation following the provision of laws and regulation. X. Cooperating with other parties in the context of implementing Social Security program. Next, let's discuss what are the benefits of the employment BPJS that are important for everyone who is already working. Benefit of BPJS employment. Why BPJS is important for everyone to have. 1. Home ownership credit facilities for both subsidies, housing for low-income communities, and non-subsidies housing. At this moment, BPJS can help participants to own a house. 2. Scholarship program for underprivileged children of employees. 3. Training program for employees on how to reduce the risk of work accident. This continues to be encouraged to avoid work accident, even though there are guarantees. 4. Consulting service for planning construction work. This service aims to reduce the assurance of technical errors while working on the construction. Of course, the main goal is to reduce the risk of work accidents. And the last, loan program for home renovation costs with low interest. Again, the closure is BPJS employment is a government program for Social Security for employees. So do not procrastinate it and be lazy again in making and managing the employment BPJS, because this is a very useful for workers. There are many benefits that we can take by making the BPJS for employment. The government has also provided various ways to register. There are offline and online ways that are easier to access. Therefore, to get Social Security, especially in the economic field, let's register ourselves together at BPJS employment. That's all I can say about the discussion of the theme I took, namely Social Security economics related to BPJS employment. Hopefully useful and adds insight for listener. There is less and more. I apologize. Thank you and goodbye.